Welcome, it's 4th of July weekend. We're here at Lake Francis in the town of Aleer on the Rocky Mountain front. Matt and I have our dogs Duke and Murphy. We are fishing for walleye, pike, and whatever else bites. So stay tuned, you're watching Northwest Fishing. Let's go fishing.
Putting in a few crawfish pots today also. Found a nice island behind us. We'll get these suckers in there, see if we can pull out any shellfish today. Got some fish carcasses from a previous fishing adventure. Again, we'll see what we can get. I'm excited for a crawdad boil. Next pot, in the water.
Last pot in the water, a nice head of a big old rainbow we caught last week. Going down 22 feet on this one. So coming out from the island we just put our pots in, there's an underwater extension of shallow area surrounded by deep water. We're going to start off by trolling some harnesses there and see what we can find.
We're in the water. The crayfish pots are down, gear set up. We'll be back with fishing after this.
Got a variety of lures here. We're going to run night crawlers, and this Max Wally Pop looks like a good choice to start. I like the green, yellow, chartreuse color. So we can fish 2 rods. We're going to have a couple rods in the rod holder, and the other 2 rods we'll be holding as we're trolling along. There we go, fish on. That's a nice walleye. I'm pretty confident of that. Wow, look at that fish. Woo!
Oh, was that one on yours too?
Yes.
Double.
Oh yeah.
This is, I got a nice one too. Oh. We got 2 solid fish, 2 fishermen, no filmers.
Look at that walleye, that's a beauty. Oh, look at that, that's a great fish. All right, in the net. Oh man,
That's a nice fish, huh?
that is a beauty.
Wow.
Got this guy on an orange Max Wally Pop with leeches on the end of it. And he's measuring in at 21 inches. Look at that beautiful fish. Oh man. Holy cow. Look at this guy. Oh man.
Holy smokes. Monster walleye. That's probably one of the biggest fish I've ever caught in my life for a walleye here. Easily 24 inches. Beauty. Awesome, fun fish. Hooked up two at the same time, landed them both. We're gonna let this guy go back, let somebody else have a fun time. Awesome fish, fun fight out here on the High Line in Montana. Great fish. We're gonna get him back on the bottom here. Let someone else have some fun. Send him on his way.
We've been getting a bunch of little nibbles from perch, and I was beginning to wonder if this lake was as good as it's been said to be. It is. Those two walleye they would make your day. A 21 and a 24 inch. Put the 24 inch back. Matt's a good sportsman to put it back so that someone else can catch it, so it can reproduce, make more walleye. Wind's starting to come up a little bit. We'll see how that does for the bite.
Come.
After getting those two beautiful walleye, things have kind of tapered off, so we're going to try a different spot. Dogs are secure. Fire up that motor and let's go.
A hot day. It's a beautiful day. Looks like the clouds are just painted on the skyline. Awesome. One of the nice things about being out here, we talked about it, is the 4th of July coming in. Quite a few campers, quite a few jet skis, quite a few boats kind of sitting out at the campground. Yeah, awesome spot. Really nice facilities, the playgrounds over there, the fish cleaning station. But you look out on the water, there's probably less than 5 boats in eye shot. Really have the lake to ourselves, even though it's a popular weekend. This is definitely a destination spot for people who live in the area, people willing to drive a couple hours, and still feels like it's a Tuesday afternoon instead of a major holiday weekend.
We moved, and not more than a minute into it, another fish. Feels like a pretty good one. Maybe not quite as big as the others, but still, that's a good walleye. Oh yeah. Oh no! Oh. Don't count your fish till they're in the boat. Darn, that would have been a good eater. Shoot! Well, put the line back in and try again. The one thing you got to deal with is these pesky little perch. Steal your bait. No doubt about when it's a perch, because it's just little teep teep teep, versus the walleye would just slam things. Stole my bait. All right. Well, we're getting to the end of the day here. We're gonna pull our lines up and go check our crayfish pots and see if we got any luck there.
Hook the first pot, have a few others to check out. No idea if we'll have nothing or 1,000. Let's hope for 1,000. Woo, not quite 1,000, but
Whoa.
this is a nice
Whoa.
haul.
Wow.
That is a nice haul. Look at that, I got one trying to escape. Oh, he fell out.
Fell out.
That one's the smart one. He figured out how to get out of the trap. Wow.
Holy.
That's a great little haul for a crawdad boil. There's some honkers in here too. There are some big crawdad. Say hello to my little friend. Pot number 2.
I'm excited to see after pot number 1.
Excited to see what this looks like after the first pot. A lot more than we thought. It's always a positive surprise. Oh, and this one's just as much fun. We're gonna... This one's the perch carcass, if that matters at all. I'll ask the crayfish what they think. But excited to see that many in the pot. We're going to have a nice fun boil.
Pot number 3, I put shallow at about 8 feet deep. Just curious if there's going to be any difference. The other, nope. It's a pretty good haul.
Number 4, deep pot, maybe 25 feet down. See what happens. Don't know if there's any more left in the lake here. There's a few chunky boys in there. The carcass of the rainbow from an earlier fishing adventure seemed to do pretty good with the carcasses in luring these guys in.
What an amazing ending to a great day out here on Lake Francis on the Rocky Mountain Highline. Beautiful big bucket full of crawfish to bring home. We also got one really nice walleye, 21-inch that we kept. Matt threw back a beautiful 24-incher. Got to preserve that resource and throw the big ones back. This is a great place. If you ever get out this way, check it out. Lake Francis Reservoir, and we'll see you guys on the water.
All we're running is prawn spinners. So there's your setup. So just a couple hooks. So it's a 2-aught single with a number 2 treble, 4 beads with another little bead about, I'm trying to remember I think there's 6s and 4. So, and then your blade, clevis.
And that's a prawn spinner.
That's a prawn spinner.
And where do you hook the prawn?
So I hook the prawn to the top hook right there. For you. So I take my prawn and I go, there's the meat of the tail right behind the head. I stick it up through there, run that hook through, and then I take my treble and I stick one of the hooks on the treble right into the head of the shrimp. The idea behind that way when that fish comes up to grab that head of that shrimp, he's engulfing that treble and it gets down deep and we don't lose it. Yep. So the other thing we like to run down here quite a bit, they work really good, are just the Max Smile Blade. And they're set up the same exact way, same single hook, same treble hook, few beads, and then a smile blade. Whether it's the 1.1 size or the 1.5 size, they both work great. Chartreuse, moon jelly, pinks. I mean, it's hard to go wrong. So
sure. And the smile blade just replaces the other blade you had on there in the clevis.
Yep. Yeah, so you just don't have the clevis or anything. And the smile blade, it puts out a whole just a different little wobble. It's just slightly different than the 3.5 blade.
Always the little factor. You're always tweaking,
Yep,
right?
yep, just those little things, man. Sometimes it'll drive you crazy, and other times, man, you just might go from 0 to hero.
Yeah. Right on. Thanks a lot for sharing the information, Barry.
Yep, absolutely.
Cameron, look, the motor's dropping. Well, he's gone. What's he doing? It's just been launched without a person. There's nobody on that boat. Hey everybody, I'm out here on Potholes Reservoir. We're kind of up towards Warden Falls, is that right?
Warden Lake, where Warden Lake dumps into the reservoir. Yep.
Okay, so we're Warden Lake dumps into the reservoir, and we got something fun planned for this afternoon. We're gonna bow fish for carp.
Absolutely. There are tons of carp. They're spawning in the shallows, and we should have lots of opportunities.
So this is fishing, it's hunting kinda, and the regulations are what?
You don't need a fishing license. There's no limit. And yeah, get them out of the lake. Invasive species.
Right. And they do shoreline damage and habitat damage and all that, right?
And they bury the spawn of the other fish.
Okay.
So they stir up the mud, covers up the eggs of the other fish, and they don't hatch.
And this is a fun little thing that you offer sometimes in the spring and fall as part of combo trips.
Spring and early summer is the best window, and the fish are up shallow, yes.
Okay.
Harder
Cool.
to shoot when they're deeper.
Gotcha. And so how are we going to go about this, Shelby?
We're going to cruise to the shoreline and see the carp and put an arrow in them.
So we're literally looking for the fish.
Exactly. Sight fishing, stand on the bow where it's higher spot, and yeah.
Fire away. Do you have to be good with a bow?
We have to be able to pull it back.
Yeah.
And there's no such thing as shooting too low. Water bends light, and the refraction that causes, you need to shoot, seems like 4 foot low in order to hit the fish. So
Cool.
Oh, get him! Yeah, I don't. Ah, right on top of them. They're right there.
Right there, right there. Look, there's a bunch of them over there, Rob.
They're all over up in here, though, it looks like. It's swimming, was it? No.
and the guys that are good, you snap shoot them. You don't even pull the bow back all the way.
That was a snapshot.
Yeah, that was it though, right?
It was kind of like,
There's one right over there. See it? Right there. See a couple of
they're right here.
They're right here.
They're just all over. Oh, they're gonna run. They're running into the boat.
We need the crossbow. Get him right there, right there, right there. Nice.
Boom again. Carp Slayer. Another carp.
I feel like I saw other stuff
probably are. They're more polarized. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, ho, ho, ho. He's going under the boat. Oh, clean release. What do you got? Is that regular, Shelby?
That's better than average size carp, probably pushing 30 pounds.
30-pound carp, Cam. What do you think?
It's really heavy.